Hi guys, this is GadgetBear 404 and I'm doing a flight with my ET200 full carbon fibre frame and my mate Brian, as I've been promising him that if I had a gap I would take him and show him how to go flying a quadcopter, and now he is very interested and now he wants to get one for himself. It's something I've been doing for about 3 years, so I'm explaining what I'm doing. So that's called a punch out. That's basically full throttle from the floor. You normally go away from you. I'm just showing him the manoeuvrability of this quadcopter. Now the actual quadcopter itself is actually the RC Logger i1 Extreme. But I took all the components off the frame because it was just a basic plastic frame with like metal hollow legs where the wires went through for the motors, and I've made it a lot stronger. It's now on a full carbon fibre frame, top plate, bottom plate. It's at least 3mm thick, the bottom plate, and probably 2mm or 1.5mm on the top plate, and I just put my camera on the top plate. The original i1 Extreme will carry a GoPro underneath. It's got a special mount that you have to buy separate, so it will carry the weight of a GoPro. My camera that I'm using is at least 80 to 85 grams, and it carries that no problem as long as it's not too windy. And I'm using a non-stock battery, a 1300 2S battery. The normal batteries for this quad is an 800 milliamp and 1150, but I modded the flight control board by soldering a Dean's connector onto the top, so I can have one battery on, a non-stock battery, and also stock battery if I want to. Also, I'm using stock props at the front and non-stock at the back, just for variation. If I'm carrying my camera, I normally use a 6-inch prop because that gives you more thrust. Use the 1150 battery with that, or the 1300 battery with the 6-inch props, and you use the 5-inch props, you use the 800 milliamp hour battery. If you're using 5-inch and 1300, you get 10 minutes of flying at least. I'm doing funnels, as you can see there. I'm doing it in a time lapse because the original footage was at last about 8.5 minutes, and I'm just explaining to my friend Brian how it all works. The transmitter is sending a signal, the quad picks up that signal and does the maneuver that I'm making. This quadcopter also comes with altitude hold. It has a built-in barometer into the actual circuit board, so you can just hover it there, and depending on wind it pretty much is quite steady, but it does come down and go up a little bit. That's to do with air pressure, as barometers, that's how they work on air pressure. It's a good little quad, nice and nippy. You'll never win any races. I'm just using a stock prop, stock transmitter with it at the moment, so it's nothing like these proper racing quads that are doing like 60-70 miles an hour. Mine doesn't go anywhere near that, but for me it's ideal. This quadcopter, as I say, it does have barometer, and also it has some sort of telemetry in the transmitter. Basically what that allows you to do is the transmitter, as long as you don't crash, because when you crash you normally reset everything and that wipes where the battery memory was up to. So if you're flying and you don't have any bumps or any crashes, then this transmitter beeps at you. One beep when it's got about a minute, 2 beeps it's about 30 seconds, and 3 beeps when it's got about 15 seconds before the battery runs out. And a few of my flights in the past I didn't realise what the beeping was, so I just ignore it, fly off, and then I would crash. And these stock propellers are quite brittle, but I'm trying to do a hand landing, explaining to my mate Brian what that entails, and just sort of trying to do it, and there you go. So this is Gadget Man 404 out. Hope you enjoy this flight.